Hi everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable little koala bear security blanket. I'm going to do this in 3 parts. When I get done with 2 and 3, I'll put a link in the description box. You're going to need a stitch marker, and I'm using a 4.25 mm needle. We're going to start out with a magic circle. For those that don't know how, just wrap the yarn around your fingers. Take your needle under the one on the right. Well, under the one on the right, go over the one on the left, bring it under the one on the right, grab a hold of it, and chain 1. Now we're going to do 6 single crochets inside that circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull that tight. Put your stitch marker in. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch around. So 1, the second stitch, 2 more, and the last one. Pull it tight. So you should have 12. Okay, row 3, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 2 single crochets in the second stitch. So there's 1, 2 in the second, 1, 2 in the second, 1 stitch, and 2. And I'm on the last one. So that's the end of row 3. Rows 4, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches and 2 single crochets in the third. You should have had 18 stitches in row 3. So in row 4, we're going to do the 1 single crochet in the first 2, 2 single crochets in the third. So 1, 2, and the third, we're going to do 2. We're going to continue this to the end of the row, and I'll meet you back there 1 single crochet in the first 2 and 2 single crochets in the third. Okay, we are at the end of row 4. Do my last 2 stitches. Should have a total of 24 stitches. Row 5, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 single crochets in the second stitch, and at the end you should have a total of 36 stitches. There's 1 in the first one, 2 in the second, and just continue that pattern to the very end of the row. 1 and then 2. 1 and then 2. And I will meet you at the end of row 5. Okay, I'm at the end of row 5. Do my last 2 stitches. Okay, in rows 6 through 13, we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. So continue this until you get to the end of row 13, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I'm at the end of row 13. I'm going to do my last stitch. Okay, in row 14, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 4 stitches and 2 together in the in the 5th. And I'll show you what that is in case you don't know it. We're going to go 1 single crochet in the first 4. There's 4. Now the 2 together, it's just a decrease. You just insert your needle, pull through, and then insert it in the next one, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through. So that's 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now a decrease. Insert your hook, pull through the yarn, insert your hook. You should have 3 on your hook, pull through. And continue that to the end of row 14, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I'm at the end of row 14. I'm going to do my last decrease. In row 15, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 3 stitches and then a decrease in the 4th. There's 1, 2, 3, and then your decrease. Pull it through 3 loops. 1, 2, 3, and then your decrease. And do this to the end of the row, and I'll meet you at the end of the row 15. Okay, I'm at the end of row 15. I'm going to do my last decrease. Row 16, we're going to do a single crochet in the first 2 stitches and then your decrease in the third. That's 1, 2, and then your decrease. Insert your hook, bring through the yarn, insert in the second stitch, bring it through, 3 loops on the hook, pull it through. 1 single crochet, another single crochet in the next stitch, and then a decrease. So it's 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then a decrease to the end of the row. And I'll meet you at the end of row 16. Okay, I'm at the end of row 16. I'm going to do my last decrease. And now we're going to stuff our head. Make sure your stuffing is washable so that it washes up okay. Let's see. You can always put more stuffing in it before we close it up. So I'm going to stop here. Okay, in row 17, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and the decrease in the second stitch. And we're going to repeat this to the end, and you should have 12 stitches at the end. And just try not to get your stuffing inside or inside your stitches. So 1 single crochet. And then a decrease. One single crochet, and then a decrease, and do this to the end, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, now we are at the beginning of row 18. Now we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. What we're going to do different though is we're only going to go in that back loop. Not underneath both of them, but just only in that back loop like that. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, You know what? I think I messed up. Hold on. Let me start this row over again. I'm so sorry. Row 18 again. The back loops only. I think I was so focused on getting it in that back loop. You do 1 single crochet. That's why it's good to have that stitch marker in there. So there's one. Now we're going to do the decrease. I think I forgot the decrease. There's the decrease. Now we're going to do the one single. And then do the decrease. Do one single. Do the, oh, got stuffing in it. And do a decrease. One single. And a decrease. You should have a total of 8 stitches. Here's my last decrease. Now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, if I can get in there. Chain 1 and cut off. You want to leave a tail so you'll be able to weave in. Okay. Now to weave in, just go in and out. Just keep going in between like that, in and out. Well, I probably should have put more stuffing in here, but that's okay. Okay, now I like to tie it off. Like that. And now just kind of weave through there a little bit. Okay, now cut that off. And now we are ready to add the blanket. I'm going to put you on pause while I go get everything together. So go ahead and get the color you're going to use as your blanket. Okay, I'm back with all my supplies. Right here you should have 12 stitches. They go kind of like in a circle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And there's this one is higher than this one. We're going to start in this one. Just kind of do like a little slip stitch in that one. Okay, now we're going to do a single crochet in it. Okay, now we're going to go down to this one down here that I counted as 12, and we're going to do a single crochet in it. The next loop we're going to do 2 single crochets. Then we're going to do 1 in the next 2. There's 1. Next stitch, do another single crochet, and in the next one do 2. So it's 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets. Now I lost count. Okay, and do that all the way to the end. And then the last one, do 2. Okay, so now you're going to want to slip stitch into that very first one. Now you're going to want to chain 3. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets in that same stitch. It's going to be a little bit tight, but I should have made them a little bit looser. Okay, there we go. Okay, so your chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. So there's 2. Now another one. Well, this right here is your hardest on it. If you make it through this, well, there we go. Okay, now we're going to chain 2. So if you can remember, try to keep that a little bit loose down there when you do that single crochet. Now we're going to, because now we're going to have to do 3 more in that same hole. There's 1, 2, and 3.